Hello, welcome to my show. And we're joined tonight by Penny. I've had a few Star Wars finds, just a couple, so I'd like to share them with you this evening. Now, what I found on eBay at quite a reasonable price, because they're usually very pricey, and it was from an Australian seller, so the postage was only $10. I got Princess Leia from 1978. I think they actually came out in the toy shops. Isn't she beautiful with her hair buns in? Lovely clean dress. And shoes and stockings. Very clean. So I just happened to see her and thought I must get her because there's a story here. Back when I was very little, my dad used to go on little business trips, leave on Monday morning and come back early Friday afternoon. And because I was little and I'd fret because Dad would go away, he would say, I'll bring you back a little present. So every time he'd go away, he'd leave me, bring back a little something, like a Matchbox car or something. It wasn't very much. And then it got into like Star Wars figures, and I'd get a few Star Wars figures. And then this one day, I ran home from school, raced in and greeted Dad. Hi Dad, how are you? Did you get anything for me? He says, go and have a look on your bed. And I ran into the bedroom and laid out on the bed were 5 of the 12 and 14-inch Star Wars figures, which I'd never seen before. I had the 14-inch Darth Vader, Chewbacca and C-3PO, and then the Princess Leia and Luke, which I love. They're amazing. But I was just very uncomfortable having a girl doll, like, just was. And because it was just weird, because she came with, if I remember correctly, a comb and styling tools, and there were directions of how you could take the buns out and do her hair in different ways. And that's a doll, because like the question is she an action figure or a doll? Well, she's both. She's an action figure, but the fact that she came with hair play, she's a doll. So, but she's both, so I'm comfortable with that, that's fine, but she's actually both. So that's the story there. I was too uncomfortable having a girl doll, so I mentioned that to Dad, and he understood. So I ended up selling it to a family friend for I think $20 they were at the time. Can you believe it? And even as I handed the box over to her, I was regretting it, and I've regretted it ever since. So when I just happened across her on eBay, I thought, yes, I'm going to get her, and might try and get some of the old ones back again. And I also got the large figures eventually. The Stormtrooper and was it Boba Fett? R2-D2. But anyway, I ended up selling a lot because in the early 90s, I put an ad in the local paper for I want to buy your old Star Wars figures, and these were kids that were teenagers or early 20s now, and I got a lot of stuff back then. But I've since sold my whole most of my Star Wars collection except some of the smaller items here. But yeah, I had a lot of stuff, but all gone now, which I do regret. But if I come across these again cheaper at a decent price, I will get them because they're beautiful. So that's the first one. And the second score, which is still vintage, it's 25 years old, from 1995 Kenner, the Power of the Force light TIE Fighter. Now the box is beat up. I got this at my local car boot today. You know, I never had any of the only vehicles I had when I was a kid, back in 78, was the land speeder, nothing else than action figures. Oh, and I also did have the highly sought after half circle cardboard Death Star, which I sold, I think, a while ago now for about $400, but it's worth way more than that now. So anyway, let's unbox it. It has been opened, but it's never been constructed, so we'll have a look. It doesn't have any lights or sounds, it's not battery operated. It just has ejecting solar panel wings. Look at that. Now you can order these Star Wars collectibles directly from Zanart Publishing. Oh, okay, that's the blueprints. Now, do I need... I don't think I do. Now let's put this together. I hope it's easy. Because the water well trimaran I put together recently was a nightmare. There it is. Just 3 pieces, I should be fine. Oh, it's going to be simple. Okay. Now, I don't have any figures for this because I used to have the whole set of the Power of the Force and I sold them along as with everything else. But I'll have to get at least one Stormtrooper to go with this. Does that just pop on? Action. I can feel a spring in there. That was so simple, look at that. But look at that, I love this. It's got the opening, that's upside down. So the doors open up and the action figure can go inside. The Darth Vader one of this would have been very cool. And the seller did have the X-Wing, but he sold it just before I got there, so that was unfortunate. And I paid $40, which on eBay they start at $85 and go up from there with a lot of postage because they're all from the States. So it's the back. So it's just like I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff because I don't have the room, and now I'm still buying these large toys, which I have no room for. Like I had plans of putting my Battlestar Galactica models up behind me, but that still hasn't happened because crowded. So that's my little Star Wars haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I love them. Oh, sorry, and little Princess Leia as well. I've got my eye on a Luke, and he's got his belt and lightsaber, and I think I might have to get him now because I've got his Luke Skywalker's grappling hook up there, so then it'll be complete. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're new, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time for something new. Thank you and good night.